What you're looking at is a mess. A big, giant mess. I put brand new calipers on my truck. I didn't need brake lines. Brake lines were still in excellent condition. I think they were replaced before. The calipers though, I believe these are probably made in China. No, actually probably Mexico. When you buy a new caliper, and I don't think they're brand new, I think they're rebuilt because I had to give them a $20 deposit per caliper. But it comes with a brand new brake line bolt and copper washers. Cheapest things I ever seen in my life. They didn't work. They both leaked like shit. It was a total fucking disaster. And I wish I would have had it on film. Now, I didn't film any of this because this was a 2-day job doing this minor brake job. And when I say minor, I'm going to show you what I mean. Another thing that consisted of the 2-day job was this right here. That's our pitman arm and our, idler arm. We had to put, both of those had to be replaced. I got half my toolbox out on the floor while I'm working. I just got done putting them up here so I can clean them all off. They're full of grease and slime. Filthy job, people. Filthy. So if you look right there, we went ahead and put brand new shocks on it. When I got the shocks, I opened the box and it did not have the upper bolt hardware. I was pissed. Furiously pissed off. I literally, and you can see this right here, I literally had to grind the weld off of this washer. This was actually, this setup right here was on the original shock. The shocks that were on this truck were the original shocks, never been replaced. So I had to grind that off and use this hardware and re-weld that on there. I had to re-weld that on there to use it. What a clusterfuck mess that turned out to be. I went ahead and replaced the calipers. I could not afford rotors. Now, what I did on the rotors, I took some 80 grit on my DA and I 80 gritted them down. I went ahead and replaced the inner and outer bearings on both sides. We went ahead and put brand new brake pads on it. I could not afford rotors. I inspected all of the tie rod ends and the bushings on the upper and lower control arms and the ball joints, and they all seemed to be in good condition. I went ahead and greased all those up, and they're usable. Basically, we got the front end done as far as it's going to be done for right now. Maybe later on down the line, if I end up keeping the truck permanently, which that's what my plan is. Like I said, I'm making this into a daily driver. I'm going to go ahead and replace all of the hardware on the front of the truck. But for right now, I can only afford to do so much. Now, I was going to replace the rotors, but they were $150 each. Actually, they were about $160 each with taxes, and I couldn't afford that. To replace the shocks, the idler arm, the pitman arm, the rotors, the brake calipers, not the rotors, the brake calipers, pads, inner and outer bearings on the front end, and then of course the 2 shocks in the back. I got 4 shocks. That was $975. I didn't even get to do the back brakes. We haven't done the back brakes yet. I'll have to wait on that because I can't afford it. That's going to be another $300 or $400 for that. And one thing at a time, that's all I can tell you. Once again, I did not film this job. That was a messy, filthy job. It was a diabolical disaster, brake fluid everywhere, and it was just a clusterfuck job. Anybody that's ever done this kind of work will know. So maybe later I will, maybe the next time I need to change the pads out, I'll go ahead and get new rotors. I think it'll run a lot better having the brand new shocks and the brand new idler arm, of course, and the pitman arm. And I just believe that everything's going to work out fine. The next thing that I'm going to do is I just ordered the sway bar bushings. You can see these are rotted out. And I'll go ahead and replace those and hopefully be done with the front end. So yeah, real big job here, guys. Real big job. I'm glad it's done. And when I opened this one up, this happened to be in the package. Happened to have hardware in the package. So you can imagine how pissed off I was when I opened that shock over there. That was the first one I did on the other side. I literally had to grind the weld off of this washer. This was actually, this setup right here was on the original shock. And it didn't have any fucking hardware. You can only imagine. Only imagine. We got everything for the doors. We got all the rubber, all the seals. The next job that we're going to do is tear the doors down and recondition them and make everything brand new in the doors. But maybe by that time we'll have some work done and money in our pocket where we can go ahead and rebuild the back brakes. But right now we can't do that, so the car's not drivable yet. I think once I get all the brakes done on it, it will be a drivable machine. So then we'll register it in my name and start driving it. I was rebuilding the door on old 74. I put new rubber on the wing window, brand new felt channel all the way around. I went ahead and took the regulator out. I lubed that all up, got it working good. Everything's working nice. You can see everything fits nice and tight now, no rattles. And let's go ahead and roll that window down. Looking good. And then I went and decided to go ahead and put this rubber on. New seal here, new seal here. And I think you can see what's going on here. I took the threshold molding off and took the rubber out, and this is what I found right here. So I'm thinking we caught it in time. I'm going to go ahead and remove the seat. I'll take the seat out of the truck, and then we'll go ahead and take the floor mat out, and hopefully we can save that. I can't afford to buy another one. And we'll have to clean the floor and pour 15 it. It's not rotted through, and it's still pretty solid. It's not, it's just rusted. I don't know what it might be from the core support. That's what I'm thinking. Because the floor this is wet, and I think the core support is possibly leaking. Maybe. Or one of the lines, so I'll have to disconnect the heater definitely for sure for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to clean this out a little bit. Like I said, I don't know how good I'm going to be able to do it with the floor mat still in the car, but I want to see how bad this is and if we're going to have to replace it or what's going to happen. I'm just going to be honest with you, I probably won't replace it, especially right now. At this time, that probably won't happen. So I'm just going to get all this out, and then we're going to scrape the floor and see what it looks like. And like I said, it's still pretty solid. So we got dirt all in here. So I think we got lucky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the seat. I'll have to take the seat out, unfortunately. And then once I get the seat out, we can take the floor mat out, and then we can treat the floor with Pour 15. One thing after another. These are called domino effects, guys. Domino effects. Once you start working on them, it's just a domino effect. Keeps going and going and going. The only thing I can do, because I am not replacing floors, I'm restoring this truck as a driver, okay? I ain't restoring this truck as a fucking trailer queen or park it in my garage with a fucking car cover on it. That ain't gonna happen. This is not rusted through, it's not rotted through, and I can go ahead and let this dry out, and I can Pour 15 it, and that motherfucker will last as long as I own the fucking truck. And if somebody else wants to fucking do it, hey, more power to them. You know? Go, do it. But as far as I'm concerned, I ain't fucking doing shit. The rocker panels are solid, the outside of the truck's solid. It's got some surface rust right here that I think I caught in time. We got a little bit over there. We got the old rubber here. Look at this. See this? This is all rotted. Rotted fucking rubber. Let me get that off of there. God, that thing's on there, isn't it? Hey. There it is. Yeah, we're going to be replacing this. Now, what I might do, I might opt out and buy a new floor mat. Maybe. I'm not putting carpet in here. And I think the only reason this floor didn't rust out all the way is because it didn't have carpet. So, I always like the floor mats in these trucks better than the carpet, if you know what I mean. So, before I go in the house tonight, I'll go ahead and clean this up and fucking Pour 15 it. But you can tell it's very solid, so let's go ahead and do some grinding. Well, I think we got really lucky. Yeah, this is a solid floor still, so I think we got lucky and we don't have to replace it. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking Pour 15 and we are going to paint this rust tonight. I was going to call it quits, but I decided not to. God, we're going to be able to get this can open. Anybody that's ever dealt with Pour 15 will know that reopening a can of it for some reason is a pain in the fucking ass. Just a pain in the ass. I don't know what it is, but that stuff is so strong it glues itself. So what I do, if I have any left over, what I do is I change it out. And when I say change it out, I change it out in a different can. I always put it in a new can. So. And then what we'll do is we're just going to brush it on. That's the best way to apply Pour 15. Look, one coat stuff. You can spray it, but I don't recommend it. I recommend to brush it on just like you see me doing, and try not to get it on your skin. You see I'm wearing gloves, and this is all you need. This will kill the rust. It'll convert it into a hard black primer surface, and if you want to, I mean, you can paint it, but, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way up here, and the reason I'm doing that is because if this core support ever leaks again, it won't have a chance to rot out the floor. So, we got lucky. That's a fact. We got really, really lucky that we didn't. I'm gonna get right here. There we go. Look at that. Okay. We got really lucky that we don't have to replace this floor, because I would have been really depressed. I might have fixed the floor and sold it, to be honest with you, because I'm making this a driver, people. I don't care about going to the shows and winning rat rod patina trophies with it. I just want to make it where it's a driver, because I do not want to buy, I don't want to have to buy another car. I'm sick of buying brand new cars. I'm fed up with it, and I'm done with it, if that makes any sense. So one thick coat of Pour 15, and this will work. There you go, look at that. Wow. Well, I think we caught the rust just in the nick of time, and the floor is now solid. I went ahead and poured 15'd it last night, and I'm going to go ahead. I can't afford to buy brand new insulation and all that, so what I'm going to do is I am using the old insulation that was in the car. I think it's going to go just like that. Right there, just like that. That's how that goes. Okay, so we're going to be using the old insulation that was in the car when we took it all apart. And that's supposed to go under there, like that. Okay, so that goes right there. I guess that's some type of heat shield. So since I can't afford it, I'm going to go ahead and use the old insulation back in the car, just like this. I believe this is how it went in, as you can see. And then I got to be real careful with this one. This one here is very fragile, and I don't want to break it any more than it's already broke, because I want to reuse it. I can't afford to buy new insulation for the floor, so I'm just putting this back in here, just like that. And this wire that I'm doing, I don't know if you can see it or not. This is actually the wire for the dome light. This one right here, like that. And then this one goes right here, like that. And I think that'll work, you guys. Alright, we got the insulation back in the car. I went ahead and put that heat shield back in, and everything looks good. I'm going to have to disconnect the heater core, and later on I'll put a brand new heater core in it. And let's go ahead and bend that back like that. There we go. And looks like it's going to work out. So I did notice right here we got some surface rust. So what I'll do is once I get the floor mat in, and right before I put the seat in, I'll go ahead and paint that section right there with some Pour 15 and be done with it. I thought it was dirt, and it was late last night and I was tired, so yeah. That was an unexpected situation right there. Unexpected. Now, I did look online to see how much a brand new molded floor mat is. And a brand new molded floor mat for that truck is $159. So right now, I don't have the money to do that. This mat is still usable. It still looks okay. I know it doesn't out here, but in the truck, it still is a workable and usable mat. So what I'll do is I'm going to take it outside. I'll mop it off, clean it off real good, and then I'm going to put it back in the truck and we're going to go ahead and use it. Okay, I'm almost done with this door. The last and final thing I got to do is I'm going to cover this area right here. That's really important on these cars, any car really, because it keeps the wind noise out and it also keeps the moisture out and debris and everything else. So the way that I'm going to do that, I'm going to take my Super 77, I'm going to spray around the edges right here. Get some in the middle. And if you get any of this on the glass, don't worry about it. Comes right off. Let that dry for about 5 minutes. And then what I got here, I got some ABS plastic. Now it doesn't matter if you use clear or black or whatever color you want to use, it really doesn't matter. Anytime you restore the doors inside your old truck or your old car, whether you're going to paint it or not, I basically overhauled this door. I put brand new felt channel throughout, brand new window scrapers. I took the track out of the vehicle. I lubed all that up, basically rebuilt all that. I replaced the door rubber, the wing window rubber, which was a pain in the ass. That took a while to do. And now we're done with the door, so what we need to do now is we need to take a piece of ABS plastic. You saw what I did. I went ahead and used the Super 77. You don't have to use that. There's actually one that's better than that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here, just like this. And I'm not going to put it on there tight. I'm just going to stick it on the top right there, just like that. And then we are going to start cutting out everything. So we need to cut a hole out for this, just like that. We need to cut out for our door handle. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out, just like that. And then also I'm going to cut right here. Actually, I'm going to go like this. And then we'll cut this like that. And then that'll stick in there. That'll go there. And then I need to cut a slice right here for this to fit. And you want to kind of be precise about this. See how I'm doing that? So all that'll fit. I didn't get any glue behind this, so I'm going to go ahead and spray some glue right here. Because we want to seal up around this hole right here really good. And this isn't how they did it from the factory. The way they did it from the factory is they had some stamped paper, and then they would use butyl and go around it with butyl, and then they'd put that piece of paper on there. But we're going to do it Y2K. We're not going to do it with paper, and we're going to use plastic. So as you see, once the glue dries, it sticks really nice. Let me put some glue back here. Get some right here. Don't worry about getting any glue on anything. It's not going to hurt anything. It'll be fine. Just kind of push it on. And by the time you get it all on there, looks like we didn't get any glue right here. That's okay. We'll let that dry. Put some more right here. And then by the time you get it all on there, it pretty much is a done deal. And we now have a nice sealed up door that will not leak any air in and will give us a nice soundproof situation. Now, as far as the door panel goes, I'm going to use the old door panel due to the fact that I don't have money to buy door panels. So the door panel that I'm using is the original door panel on this situation. And we got to get that in there. That's the first thing we got to do. And then once that's in, then we can go ahead and fit our door panel on. Everything that I bought was over at LMC because they were actually the cheapest and they were in my price range. And I'm going to tell you what, this stuff fits tight. I think I got the glass under there. Matter of fact, I know I do. The glass is actually underneath. So what I need to do is I need to roll the window up a little bit. And I'm telling you, I've rebuilt this and everything fits really, really tight. Push down in there. There it is. All right. Wow. Son of a bitch. That brand new felt really does the job. The job that we want to be done. One more thing I got to put that in there. Hang on. I went ahead and bought the brand new foam. It was really cheap. And this is what it is. And this goes behind the door panel. And it's just a piece of extrusion foam like that. And then it goes right here like that. So is it the right accurate piece? Who fucking knows? Right there, just like that. So that's on. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I got to put the screws on. And my door panel's on. Everything looks good. It fits nice. I like it. And we're moving forward. So, yeah. Daily driver, guys. That's what this is. This is a daily driver. We'll get that back on there like that. And everything will look good. I went ahead and bought this. Let me show you this. If you're looking to restore an old Chevy Truck or possibly a Ford or maybe even a Dodge, check out LMC. They're the best prices I found. So this actually goes right here like that. The remote goes like that right there. And we'll be replacing those too. So very cheap. Yeah, I was really shocked, to be honest with you, how cheap it is to restore one of these old trucks. I think that's one of the reasons they're really popular is because they're so cheap to restore. I'm not really doing it for the cheapness. I'm doing it because I wanted a second truck to drive to keep the miles down on my other truck. And this is exactly what I was looking for. A two-wheel drive, 3/4 ton that I can take cross country, go wherever I want to go, and haul stuff doing it.